All right, another car talk just because I'm here and I'm feeling good. Excuses. Excuses are bad. And it's actually very similar to this last topic I just discussed, but in a totally different way. Excuses make you feel a little bit good. They make you feel a little bit of happiness. There's a reason people make excuses. They make you feel good. They make you feel, it's okay, pressure off my back. And yes, there's ranging validity to excuses. You might have a really good excuse. Oh, my dad died and I don't feel like doing anything. Or you could have, I didn't feel like it. But should we make excuses? The answer is no. Why not? Well, there's the short-term benefit of making you feel a little bit better about yourself, taking a little bit of the load off your back. But there's a giant cost associated with it. And it's all of the responsibility you're relieving yourself of. In life, our responsibilities, there's always going to be excuses. There's always going to be reasons to not do something. Excuses are bad for two reasons. The first I'll say is it's like the social reason. The social reason is when someone tells me an excuse, it's just I don't care. And in fact, I'd rather you just not tell me your excuse. I don't know. I like it when people are just kind of blunt about it. They're just sorry I did this. Not sorry I did this because blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. I don't really care why it happened. I mean, the communication is good, so it's not like we have to abandon this notion altogether. We can share our struggles with one another, but I wouldn't look for reasons as to why you didn't do something or why you failed at something, or not reasons, but a justifications. And I get there's reason to look for justifications for things, but be careful about it. I mean, if you're using them to learn and grow, this is why I failed, so I'm going to learn from that and do this. That's that's not an excuse. I guess, what am I saying? That's just a separate thing. That's a good thing. Learning from your mistake, learning from errors, that's a good thing. Learning from what went wrong, great. 10 out of 10. But justifying these things, nobody cares socially. Now that's a small portion of this. That's not even the biggest thing. But even just looking at that alone, that's enough reason to not make excuses. Because there's more just drawback of I don't like you making excuses. You're kind of, it says something about that person or the current person's behaviors and whatnot that I'm judgy about. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. God, I spit a lot in here. Sorry. Well, that's my car. Fuck it. All right. Now the much bigger reason why you shouldn't make excuses, it's for yourself. When you justify why you failed, you're fucking yourself. You're saying, I didn't try because how else am I supposed to feel? My dog died 3 months ago. Or, and I'm not trying to be a dickhead, okay? Take your time. If it's yesterday, sure, that's a good reason. Take your time. But excuses are just bad. They're bad for your personal growth. Instead of looking for reasons why you failed, if you look for ways you can succeed next time, given that this is the reality, that this shit happens in real life, that people die or people go through shit, how are you going to best react? You can't just say, oh, this happened, so I'm just not going to do this. Or I'm just going to I'm not going to give it my all. Or you can say, in spite of this, I'm going to do my best anyway. Even though today, maybe that's just a little bit. And then tomorrow, it's a little bit more. And then, now you're doing your thing. You're banging out progress. And reality is still there. Your parents still dead. Sorry, kid. That's what excuses. I wouldn't do it. Not even once. If you're in a very unhappy place, you feel like your life has gone down a really shitty path. Instead of giving reasons for why your life is that way, even if they're good reasons, even if those are the reasons, stop looking at those reasons in just a self-defeating kind of, an Eeyore kind of way. I hate these reasons. And therefore, I hate my life. Instead, what do you do instead? Instead, these are my reasons, and because of that, I have these solutions. These solutions are for these problems. You don't get out enough? You think you're lacking in socially or romantically or whatever? Then given that, are you going to just sit there and be sad about it? Are you going to go out there and say, I don't have that experience, but I can get it? And also on that note, when you feel like a social reject or you feel like you have no hope in life because you've made it this far and you haven't made the progress that much younger people have than you or other people do much easier than you, to other people, nobody actually really cares that much. There are people who think they have nothing of good value to say. They have nothing funny to say, nothing nothing like they should open their mouth over. Oftentimes those people will just say something offhand and it'll be like the funniest shit ever. So like you have a lot more value than you think. And like your experience, it doesn't show to everyone else nearly as much as it does to you. Like you can hide that shit. That's an excuse in its own right. Like you're making excuses for why you can't succeed. Instead, use those as like, those are my problems. I have these solutions. And you don't even need to know the solutions. You just got to try shit. Try shit that seems like even vaguely relevant. Like if you're lacking socially, like I'm going to go to the store and buy something. That's a great practice right there. And you can talk to people. So like, yeah, cut the excuses. Whenever you're about to open your mouth and say something like, the reason I'm like this in a way I'm unhappy with is because, just don't say it. Like cut that line there and say, because of this, I'm going to do this. You get the difference? All right. Hope I helped. Thank you for watching.